Hello, welcome back to the Spooky Frog Horrifying Book Podcast. I'm Samantha. I have a Jeffy. We are technologically not doing well today.
I don't know.
We're doing better than normal.
I will say, I will disagree with you.
I can't take you seriously
because
when you have the hand on. I can't talk to you when you have the hand on.
We have. I'm gonna touch you with my little hand.
Please do.
I'm gonna touch you with my little hand. So we have a new microphone.
Yes, yeah, we're very excited.
This is our big thing.
So when we sounded like underwater robots, thank you for sticking with us that long so that we could not sound like underwater robots.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm celebrating with a prop.
You would celebrate with a prop anyways.
It's accurate.
Yeah.
I like toys.
You do like toys. I like merch.
Oh.
I like merch.
Ooh.
Which is why I'm wearing my Nine Inch Nails shirt.
Nice.
And I am not going to take this shirt off. I've been wearing it since I've not.
We did do one full 9 Inch Nails.
We did. Oh, and so I have literally been thinking nonstop about this since we went. And I know last week when we did the podcast, we talked about Get In, Let's Go Crying. Did you go crying?
It was really good.
I mean, I looked up the set list from the first Chicago night. We went to the second Chicago night. I think our set list was better. We didn't get I'm Afraid of Americans, but we got other things, and that's good.
Sure.
The beginning, so it started off with Right Where It Belongs, just Trent on piano, and then gradually putting the rest of the band in there, kind of going into some other songs. We got a lot of Fragile. We got a lot of Hesitation Marks. We got some Add Violence, and then we had your classics too, and then ending with Hurt. And I'm just like, okay, the entire place was sobbing. Like, yeah, absolutely.
He ended it. He stuck the landing.
Perfect. It was so perfect.
And he's just such a showman.
You called that ending too.
Well, it was more of like, you know what he needs
to
do? He needs to just stop and just turn up the house lights.
Yeah.
Turn on the ugly lights.
Like,
and just
you're
like,
done.
let's
like,
just,
done.
that's it.
Well, there's nowhere else to go. You can't do an encore. You are done. This was a complete, it was just so well planned out is what it was. Like, it was the perfect set. And it's one of the best concerts of my life. And I'm very happy we went. We had very good seats.
Oh, yeah.
I bought all the merch. Shout out to Siobhan.
You missed one merch.
I did miss one merch, so shout out to Siobhan, who is going to try and get me my missing piece of merch from the Nashville show. So thank you, Siobhan.
Yeah.
And happy late birthday. So it was just her birthday at Mad Planet, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
very
I
cool.
know. Very exciting. So.
So I will also say the opener.
Yeah, well, you were excited about Boys Noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boys Noise is great.
And I was not excited by them until it actually kind of got going. I'm like, all right, this is cool. And then how they incorporated him into the middle of the set.
Oh, for sure.
And redoing Closer like that in a remix where it's not just like, and Closer's now kind of like a bro song. So it's like,
yeah, it's a dance floor hump song.
Right. But to kind of like redo it, it was cool. The weird part is, okay, this is how much of a book dork I am, is that while we were at that concert, I'm thinking about how a lot of the lines related back to our book from last week, which was Atomic Love by Jessie Rose. And because that one is such a big, it's about a rock star who ends up being incredibly abusive, and just a lot of the lyrics from Nine Inch Nails really go into a lot of that. So, of course, then I'm thinking about this book, which I still can't stop thinking about during the concert.
Sure.
And I just thought that was really cool. I'm like, oh, you know what? Reptile kind of works for that. And like, yeah, very much so.
Man, all you want to ever do, Sam, is talk about books.
And Nine Inch Nails.
You should start a podcast.
Books. We really should.
Yeah.
We're funny.
Yeah.
We're funny. People might like us.
I did a bad thing and I said, Sam, are we really that funny? And now she reminds me every 10 minutes, we are funny.
We're actually funny. We think we're funny to each other.
Yeah.
I don't know how much other people think we're funny.
Oh, this entire podcast is just purely masturbation. So if you're watching this,
for us.
This is technically pornography. So here we are.
Yes, this is our own ego stroking.
Triple X.
Yeah. Ego stroking in practice here.
That's right.
But yeah,
that's right.
No, I did think a lot about Atomic Love when we were at that show, and I thought it was really neat, and I'm excited to read more of her books. So,
Yeah, that was pretty exciting.
Yeah. I'm very happy. But we have a different book today.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a totally different book, but I think you're going to be happy because you know this author.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we have got I Contain Multitudes by Christopher Hawkins.
There's the one.
Oh, wait, it's too shiny. There we go.
There's the shiny.
There we go. Too shiny. I blinded everybody
Super shiny
on the podcast. So when Chris came out with this book, he went on a little book tour, and he was nice enough to come up to Boswell Book Company over on Downer Street.
Yeah.
And he had asked if I would help out and, interview him at the bookstore for his signing, talk a little bit about the book. You came to support, which was awesome. And we got to just kind of chill with Chris for a while, who's just the sweetest guy too. Just super, super nice. So, and this is a bit different of a book than not only what he does, but what we have done so far on the podcast. And so I'm trying to make sure that we don't always have the same type of thing all the time. Like it's not always blood and guts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I love blood and guts. That's great.
Yeah.
But it can't be that all the time. It can't be extreme all the time. So
slasher after slasher gets a little dull.
Right. Yeah. But you want to have a little slasher as a treat.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything.
Otherwise the blood's just gray.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But so it's called I Contain Multitudes. Technically, this is a multiverse thriller with some horror elements. And I say horror elements because the ending has a very big twist that we can't do spoilers on this one. We will do spoiler episodes.
Oh, yeah.
We will do spoiler episodes. But the twist is actually what kind of brings it into horror. And we haven't done multiverse and we haven't done really more of a thriller before on the podcast. So that's why I kind of wanted to do something just a little bit different and a lot lighter than Atomic Love in some ways. It's still, I like my punch me in the gut, make me feel something books.
Mm.
So this one does go there. So it does give you a good gut punch at some point. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, so the cool thing about this is the plot is something that Chris came up with like 7 years ago, and he just didn't do anything with it because when he first brought it to, I can't remember if it was his editor or publisher, they weren't really thrilled with it. So he just stuck it in the back corner, missed all of the like exciting movie multiverse stuff that was really popular.
Right.
And then came back and decided, you know what, I got to do something with this. And it's gone over really, really well. My copy is the advanced reader copy. So I think the full version has some slight tweaks to it. So
I think when you say things like that, you definitely need to get a full dab in, like the advanced reader copy. Like isn't that what you're supposed to do?
So in books, there are ARCs, or advanced reader copies, where they're pretty much done with the book. The cover's been done. They just are looking to get some reviews and, maybe if there's any last tweaks that need to be done. They send these out to readers that they have selected.
Sure.
So if you're interested, find the authors you like online and do not stalk them. But there's different ARC groups online that you can join.
Find them.
Yeah, find them.
Live in their houses.
Get into their mailbox.
Tie them to a bed.
Go inside of their sump pump.
Yeah.
No.
Sump pump.
In the sump pump.
Someone is still thinking about flooding.
I am. Yeah.
I mean, Milwaukee got hit really hard with that flood. And, it's so funny how that subtly kind of works into your subconscious.
Yeah, it's still in there. I think we'll probably have some, if there's any authors in Milwaukee, I bet we come up with some flood related books and everything, which I think would be kind of cool. I love really, really dumb movies. And you know this.
Yeah.
But so there's some good ones where it's like there's a flood and then there's like sharks and gators and they're going to come get you. And somehow somebody's like trapped in like a jail cell and there's like a gator coming at them. And it's like, it's horrible CGI gators. And I absolutely love it. So we can have some of that. I would be totally down if we had some of that.
My absolute favorite was Hell Comes to
Frogtown. Hell Comes to Frogtown. Yes.
Yeah. Hell Comes to Frogtown with Sam is just a delight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Rowdy Piper. So what's funny is when we aired the episode for the Sean McDonough book, Not Another 80s Horror Novel, he actually put that he came to Frogtown.
Oh.
He had commented on our stuff.
Nice.
Yes, because we're the frogs. So, yeah, the Frog Pod.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. So thank you. Thank you, Sean. Yeah. I was watching more of his goofy videos about, kind of reenacting like 80s horror novel schlock stuff in just like a super funny way. And it was just fantastic. I think I told you the one about the werewolf, right?
Yeah.
Where he's pumping him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That one's good. But he has like so many more of those too, which is really cool.
Oh,
so.
that's awesome.
But yeah, so Chris Hawkins' book, I really liked it. It was nice to kind of get away from a genre where it's just gore right up front or something trying to scare you right up front. Instead, this one, it's not like it's a slow burn. It actually it reminds me of Dark City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
that's my speed.
Right. Yeah. A very Dark City vibe where, you've got a girl, Trina, who's our main character. And Trina has a problem where every day, basically, and sometimes more than once a day, everything shifts. But it doesn't shift where, the whole world does change, but it's still in the same spot. So the same town and all the people are still there, but none of them remember her. So she could be just talking to somebody.
Wow.
And then a shift will happen and that person will look right at her and have no idea who she is. And so this keeps happening. But while that's happening, she is on the run from these like shadow creatures, these shadow people.
Wow.
Again, very Dark City-like. And yeah, it's actually really cool. There's a few different shadow people, and I don't want to blow the whole thing, but one's like a really tall, almost Slender Man kind of like person. We've got a crone. We've got a little kid, like really, really creepy. And they're trying to, get a hold of her and drag her somewhere. And we don't know where initially. So.
Yeah. And speaking of like, I know you're not a Marvel.
Right.
You're not a Marvel person.
I don't think I've seen any of them. Which now somebody's going to come for us and be like, you got to watch the thing.
Well, no, I've got that covered. I've watched basically every single one of them because I'm a comic book nerd from, late 80s, early 90s. Yeah. Like I love that stuff.
See, I always liked the comics that weren't like the major comics because I wasn't ever, into that. And I was such a nerd when I was little. Not that that's really changed. But I would get like a Star Trek comic or like some weird off-brand comic where they're going to like the center of the earth or something or, finding dinosaurs somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's still really, Vertigo had a lot of stuff like that. Like there was a lot of great stuff. But the reason I bring this up is the latest Spider-Man, the one that just came out.
There's one that just came out?
Sort of. Years ago. But like.
Oh, okay.
Like the last one that did come out.
Okay.
Is very similar in story. Is
that where there's a bunch of different Spider-Mans?
There's a bunch of Spider-Mans.
Mr. Spider-Man.
Mr. Spider-Man. Mr. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
And I don't know how to talk about this without really giving away the plot of that, but it's
been out for a few years.
Pretty similar.
You can spoil the plot on that.
But you know what? Honestly, I would say I wouldn't want to spoil it for you. You're about to say that you'll never watch it.
I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you.
I can tell you I'm not going to watch this movie.
I'm going to tell you that this movie made me bawl like a baby. And it was those Tom Spider-Man movies.
What is his name? Little guy. Hiddleston?
Hiddleman.
Something.
Hyman.
We're stupid.
Hybel.
We're really stupid.
Yeah.
I have not seen any of them. I know that everyone is very invested in them, and I know you like them a lot. But
the first one was really great. It was really a coming of age.
The first one, like way back when?
No, the first one that he was in was really good.
With little guy Tommy.
Yeah, little baby. Little sweet
baby
Tom. I know
our friend James really likes him in the Spider-Man movies.
Oh, yeah.
So
he is phenomenal in these films. He carries the torch so well. And this last one was so heartfelt. And at the very end of that, like you have a heart. If
so
you
not
have
me.
A heart, yeah. If you have a heart, watch this film.
If I didn't cry at Hurt, then
yeah.
I was very emotional, but I did not cry because it's again.
Her stone face showed cracks.
Yes,
but
sure. Yes.
No water running.
No, it just doesn't work. Like the water from my face doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll say, if this doesn't put a chink in that.
You know what actually chokes me up? There's one movie that chokes me up at one point, no matter how many times I've seen it. And it's an old movie.
Dancer in the Dark.
No.
Have you even seen Answer in the Dark? Do you know
No.
what I'll be referencing?
No.
It's the Bjork movie.
Oh, that's what
It is like a heaping helping of depression with
love
like
that.
a second serving of depression.
But I love depression.
And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna
Yeah.
put a little depression on top, just to
let's-
make sure that everybody
little
knows
drizzle.
that you need to be real sad.
I like that though. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's
what
good.
I like in a
It's
movie.
actually
Like
pretty
that's probably
It's
why I
not what you
don't
expect
like-
from Bjork.
I would.
You know,
She's a fun weirdo. Like I
yeah,
expect
but
weird
human
stuff.
behavior and like
I
big,
think it's
big
Bjork.
time happiness and like it's all.
She is kind of but she's got more depth to her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can kind of dive in there and get real deep, which is kind of fun. But no, the one movie that I don't care how many times I've seen it, I can't think of the name of it now. It's the stupid movie with the dogs and the cat that go like trying to find their family back in like the 80s or 90s.
Oh,
The Incredible Journey. The Incredible Journey.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So when
There's like 100 of those.
Yeah. So the dog, like one main dog, the younger dog, like makes it back. The cat makes it back. They're all happy. Like the kids are like, yeah, like, yay, my kitty, yay, my doggy. And then they're like, oh, I guess the old golden retriever didn't make it. That sucks. And then he slowly comes limping over the ridge. And I'm just like, like, and that gets me. Like the old dog made it back home. And then it's just like,
wow,
that gets me.
I mean, I love this.
Nothing else.
I love this.
It's terrible. It's so stupid. Now
No,
everybody
I love
knows
it.
my weakness, which is the Incredible Journey,
right.
which is really, really stupid. But generally my movies go into weird or like I like movies that don't have a happy ending.
Yeah.
Like I like something again, like punch me in the guts, make me feel something. I love so Benson and Moorhead are some filmmakers and they make my favorite movies ever. And at some point when we do movie podcasts, I will wax on forever about them because there's a specific order you need to watch them in, even though that's not technically the correct order.
Yeah.
But they make
I do
some
want
really
a
cool
spooky
ones.
frog.
A movie
horror.
one,
Yeah, a movie one.
But if you ever
then
seen,
I can actually sound like I can contribute.
Yeah. But
as opposed to just
you
being
can
over here.
contribute just
No.
Have you ever seen The Endless or Synchronic?
Yeah.
Okay, so Synchronic kind of has.
You know what I mean to this? I'm saying to the books.
Oh.
Like Jeffy No Reed.
No. These aren't books. These are movies.
Yeah.
So you've not seen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying is I would be able to contribute more. Yeah, there you go.
Well, I was trying to relate Synchronic and Something in the Dirt to multiverses.
Sure.
Because there's some connections between, if you watch The Endless Resolution and then Synchronic and then Something in the Dirt, there's some connecting threads, sometimes literally, through all of those too.
I love that.
Yeah. So I really do like the world building that's involved in some of these like multiversal, multi-dimensional type of stories where it, instead of, in one book, you've got an author where generally you have a few different settings, right? But your world building is all pretty much one world, right? Instead of having to constantly change everything. Your characters change, your settings change, like the things that they can do change.
Yeah.
The decor changes, and you have to now build up that entire scene in a book every single time it changes. And that's something that Chris did really well in this book, is that every time Trina shifts into a new reality, it's a whole nother world, and you do feel like you're immersed in it. And that happens every single time, which is really cool. And it gets really creepy because there's like this creepy doctor dude that actually recognizes Trina.
I love that.
From one time to another. And that's really creepy. And there is one other person who can remember her from world to world, is this old librarian that she runs into.
I love that.
So now they have to figure out, he doesn't remember what they talked about. He doesn't remember what they've done, but when there's a shift, he recognizes her, which is like a huge thing. So she just grabs onto him, and she's so desperate at this point because she's, basically homeless because she just keeps flipping into different universes. She's got to like find food. Sometimes she'll find different types of money in her pockets, sometimes not. Like she's just desperate. And so she hangs on to this old librarian. And that is like her rock through this entire journey that she's going through. And then she has to protect him too, because he's human. And there's the shadow people after her and the creepy doctor guy. So it becomes very intense. So
I am always really fascinated by the logistics of these types of books.
Yeah.
Like the rules.
Because you're logistics.
Because I know. Yes. Sorry. But
Jeffy's logistics hour.
Yeah. So like when you're world building and you're trying to set up the rules, because, only these things, these conflicts can only happen inside of a confined space.
Right.
So you're building yourself a little silo that contains all of the different, ways that this universe is going to happen. So the way that, you're kind of describing sliders.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
You know what? Yes, actually.
But it's evil sliders.
Yes.
But you're also taking over bodies, or
no.
or like the consciousness is slipping between the different versions of that person.
So somewhat. So when everything shifts.
Well, I need to know.
Yes.
Because otherwise I won't sleep tonight and I'll be upset.
So when everything shifts, basically what happens is everything kind of looks different, but it's in generally the same place. So instead of a cafe, you might have like a pharmacy, but there's still a store there, right?
Sure.
Vehicles might be different, but you still have streets in the same places. So you can kind of navigate the town. The people, however, are still them, but in different roles many times. So the librarian doesn't always think he's a librarian, but it's always something academic. So the doctor's not always like a doctor in the exact sense. Sometimes he's in a different type of, hospital setting or like a ward type of setting. And the other characters that kind of come in and out will also have different variations of themselves, but they're just variations.
And if you look beyond that, if you look beyond the veil, if you will, like that starts getting into conversations of, does the author believe in fate? Or destiny?
We didn't ask him that when we saw him.
I know you're destined to look at these different things. Mm-hmm. I'll say at that book thing, there were a lot of questions asked, but I feel like they were pretty surface level.
Yeah.
And
a couple of the audience was able to ask questions of Chris as well. And they were,
It was great to have participation. It was great to see people there.
Well, I think people don't know what to ask sometimes.
Well, yeah. And I'm not sure how many people had actually read the book.
Right, because this was his book tour. So a lot of people were picking it up there.
They're picking it up now. So how do you ask a question about a book you haven't fully read?
Well, and that was part of when I was doing the question and answer portion between me and him, when it was kind of like almost like an interview kind of style. And somebody made the horrible choice of giving me a microphone, which seems to just be a bad idea all the way around.
We're doing it weekly now.
I know. See, somebody had this terrible idea to give me a microphone. But coming up with some good questions. And I had a good conversation with Chris ahead of that, where we just kind of sat on the phone and talked a little bit about, how long it took him to get the book ready and everything, and how, he started off with this great idea and then didn't actually get to do anything with it because nobody believed in, the concept until much later. And it was very sweet.
Yeah, Marvel had to prove it.
Yeah.
Before anyone would pay attention.
And he said to me on the phone too, he was like, I hope I don't seem like I'm jumping on a trend that's already over. And I'm like, no, this is different enough that, especially when you get to the twist, because there is a twist.
My argument to you.
Yeah.
My argument to you, Mr. Christopher Hawkins, you shouldn't have listened to them then. And you shouldn't listen to them now. You should do what you want to do when you want to do it, and let the universe unfold as it should.
Yeah, everything that we've accomplished is because we've just randomly decided to say yes and just hurl ourselves off that cliff.
I have an interest.
Yeah.
I have an itch to scratch.
Yeah.
I scratch the itch.
Yeah.
Now, this is a well-established writer. He does not need advice from me.
Right. But it does bring up a good concept,
I barely can write a Post-it note.
It does bring up a good concept, though, that, writers are not immune to not feeling like their concept is good enough. And it's terrifying to release a book, and it's terrifying to put that out into the world and be like, is somebody going to like this? Is somebody going to think it's stupid? Is somebody going to criticize it? Like, that's very difficult. I think I told you when I was talking to Jason Davis with the last book that we did, the one that I'm narrating, he was kind of afraid to put this out there because this was a different kind of book for him in a few ways. And he was really making a leap, and he was kind of really scared, but also like very excited to do it too. And I think that's what happened here. And, you and I, obviously, I feel like we just hurtle ourselves relentlessly forward.
Yep.
And and sometimes it gets exhausting because we just don't stop. Mm-hmm. And then we end up just doing stuff like this because we're crazy people. And then, we have our crazy October, and we're going to hibernate in November. So if we seem sleepy come November when these will come out, we'll catch up. We're going to kind of catch up to where our recording is.
That's the goal.
Yeah, that's the goal. So today is what we got is the 28th of August. So by the time you guys actually hear and see this, it will be the second week in September, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So eventually we're going to get caught up so that we're actually in real time, and that'll be kind of fun, because then everything we talk about isn't in the past.
Exactly. And we'd also like to eventually start doing some streaming and do some live stuff.
Well, we're going to do the live at the book fair, and we kind of talked about that last time. So we're going to get some of the authors to come up and do a little interviewing with us during that. So that'll be really fun too.
Yep.
But yeah, it's fun because I think every author that I've talked to so far, most of them, I want to say like the ones that I've had like really in-depth conversations with, they've all had those moments of, this is really scary for me to do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's really scary for me to put this out there. And I always really appreciate that, because I feel like everything that you and I have done in our entire lives has been terrifying and constantly terrifying. And then we just keep putting ourselves in those situations. Like, even my vacation coming up, like I am terrified to fly. I'm terrified of heights. It is completely unreasonable reaction. I usually have to be drugged in some sort of way because it's that much of a fear, like my legs will give out kind of thing, like total panic. I booked flights. I keep doing it too. So, we keep expanding the barge, and there's a lot of risk involved. Like, hey, maybe the city doesn't like this. Maybe, like what's going to happen? And we don't know. And we just have to kind of be like, cool, let's just throw the chips on the table. And I mean, thankfully we've gotten to the point in our lives where we're able to make some of those kind of decisions, which is good. But, when we weren't at this point, it was still like, cool, we could totally lose our asses on this, and this could not work out. And then what do? Okay, well, we just go back and we've got each other, and
exactly.
So we've always
figure it out.
Yeah, we've always kind of fallen back and just figured it out. So
For myself, I always feel better when I am uncomfortable, because then I know I'm growing.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a video game. Like the way that I think about it is, it's kind of a video game. You know that you are proceeding in the correct direction. The amount of uncomfortability and new things and enemies that you have.
Yeah.
If you're in the same area and you're doing the same thing and everything's very comfortable and normal, you're not growing. You're not challenging yourself. There's no room for expansion. So you got to just keep pushing forward.
Do you find too that you get bored easily if you're not doing some new challenges?
Yeah. And I don't know if that's OCD or if that's like, am I chasing the new? Like, I don't know what I'm doing there.
Okay.
And I don't know that I like to self-reflect, but I don't know that I know enough about myself to know that that is necessarily the case.
Okay. So not necessarily a boredom per se, but just more of a drive to keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's pretty similar to mine too, except I'm always terrified all the time, which is funny because I like horror and I'm just constantly terrified all the time. So this is like, how certain medications where like for ADHD, sometimes they give people stimulants and that calms them down. That's like horror for me, where I'm constantly terrified. So a good dose of horror actually calms me down. Like I will watch a really terrifying movie before bed, and that will actually calm me down, because I think it's replacing everything I'm worried about. Like, here, go be nervous about this other thing that doesn't actually exist.
Yeah.
Instead of being nervous about...
Gives your brain a break.
Yeah, because the brain is always going. Like, if I'm talking to you and I see, like, your poster is askew, I really feel compelled to go and do something about it. And it will bother me the entire time I'm talking to you. It's not off, by the way. I just checked. But I know, you have those all leveled.
Not in my house.
Not in your house, no. But, yeah, it's funny because I always thought that I would be very content at different stages of my life doing certain life stage things. And that's just turned out to not be the case. So I just kind of keep doing things and then keep doing them and keep doing them and keep doing them. And that's how we ended up here.
Yeah.
With a microphone.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So very exciting. So since we pre-record, we'll actually be caught up. When I get back, I think we're going to be pretty much caught up.
Do they know where you're coming back from?
Well, I will talk about that when I actually get back.
Oh.
I will talk about that when I get back, but I'm going to be gone for almost 2 weeks. I'm taking a good solid vacation, which is my first real vacation in a while. Like, I'll go to visit family. So my dad is my only really, living relative that I'm close to. And, he lives out of state. So, we'll go to see him.
Yep.
And that's kind of like our vacation. And now I'm very thankful that I have a job where I have enough vacation time where I can do something. I'm able to kind of roll over some PTO to have a little bit longer. They know they're not going to see me all of October, basically.
I've explained that at the office as well.
Yeah. And it's funny. Well, I mean, there's one that I can't do because I have a work obligation. But other than that, it's like, hey, my Octobers are going to be pretty full here. So I'm excited to go back to Cleveland, though.
Yeah. Big Cleveland boat, big New Orleans boat.
I really do want to take the Spooky Frog to Cleveland. So we'll have to talk about planning next year because, some things have happened in the indie horror world and there is still a good need for some of these events. And I think there's a good need in the Midwest to expand. There's somebody that's doing some good things in the Minneapolis area now, which is really cool. So I'd like to try and catch one of her events at some point.
Yeah.
I had somebody reach out to me that was interested in doing something in Chicago. We've got Slay the Lake that is doing a Chicago event in November, I believe.
We got to go to that.
Oh yeah, we're going. We're absolutely going. Like it's Jesse and Ree. Like we're going. We're going to support them no matter what. So, but I want to take it on the road. I want to do this in Cleveland. There's an author in Ohio that I know I want to get for that event, which is John Ward. He actually does young adult, but it's like a Goosebumps. It's called Scareville. And it's so cool. One of my volunteers, who's the wonderful Savea, who you have met before, her daughter is really into the Scareville series. And so that was one of the books that I was able to go get signed at the event that we went to, and then bring that back for Savea's daughter so that she could have that signed one. And John was very, very nice and, took a picture with her daughter's picture for me so that she could feel like she went there. So
that's great.
Yeah, we love Savea. Savea's awesome. So shout out. So I should probably tell them what we're doing next.
Yes.
Okay, so this one I haven't read yet, which is a change from every other book that we've done so far. Every other book we've done so far, I have previously read, except for Atomic Love, which I knew I was going to do that one, so I did pre-read that like right before we did it. But this one is a book that I've been meaning to get to for a long time now. It is by an author that has been at a couple Spooky Frogs now. She's going to be at the next one. We did just see her at that other event as well. And since she's not on Facebook, she didn't realize that this book got totally popular in a lot of the Facebook spaces of, horror books. Like it was super popular. Everyone was talking about this book. And it's been on my TBR, my to be read list for a long time. It's called Hollow Girls by Jessica Drake Thomas. So that's the next one that's going to be on there. It's not a super long book, so I can get that in before I fly out of town. So
nice.
That'll be good. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. So
well, that's really exciting.
Yeah. Do you want to tell them about our Patreon?
Oh, we can talk Patreon.
Yeah.
So we're trying to launch a Patreon.
Yeah.
We did I ended up purchasing this very, very nice microphone.
He's got a better microphone than I do now because I brought mine down that I used for the audiobook, which I like. It's great in confined spaces. This is pretty awesome, though.
Yeah, I got this for $100, and now hopefully we don't sound absolutely awful.
Yeah.
I mean, the ones that I got, off Amazon. They were like some little cheapo $30 whatever microphones, but we were just really testing the waters. We were seeing if if this was viable, if this was something that people would be interested in. Yes, this is a lot of mental masturbation, but we also want to make something that people are interested in.
Yeah, we want you to have fun.
And the point is to bring in people of this community and really showcase some of these hidden gems or introduce people to new material.
Right, because it's hard to find, it's always like, oh, you know what, I'm in a reading slump, or I don't know what to read, or I just read a bunch of Stephen King, even though I love Stephen King. But you kind of get into these, hey, there's got to be more out there. And there is so much out there. I mean, just look at, I just brought some of these, some of those, bunch of these down here, and we're going to get to all of them. And there's just so much more to the genre that is just not seen.
And the beauty of that is really showcasing something so that, you get that what is that, order selection?
Yes. Oh, you know what I forgot? I ruined it. I have a package for us. So we're going to have to do this when we record again. We have a package.
Oh, that's right.
We got mail. We got book mail.
We got book mail.
So Ross actually sent us some books. I have not opened the package yet because I'm going to do it the next time we record.
I love it.
And we're going to tear that open. And so we'll get to kind of show those off. We'll work that into the rotation. So that is coming up. If you are an author and you have a book that you want us to check out, if you want me to read it, Jeffy not to read it, go ahead.
I will look at it lovingly.
Yes, he'll look at it lovingly. He'll listen to me all night talk about it.
I'll put it on my head.
Yes.
I will try through osmosis.
Yes, you'll absorb
it.
You'll absorb it. But you can email us, spookyfrogpodcast@gmail.com. I'm going to get us a P.O. box tomorrow. So then we'll have a P.O. box.
Are we doing it?
We're doing it.
We're doing it. The P.O. box.
P.O. box?
P.O. box here.
Are we actually making a box? What are we doing?
No, we're doing like a heart almost.
Are we voguing?
P.O. box at Madonna.
Right, yes. So I'm going to get us a P.O. box. But for now, if you're an author, you want us to cover a book, or just somebody who's listening that wants us to cover a book that you like, that you think maybe people need to know about, email the pod, and then we'll get it worked in, and we'll work out the P.O. box for anyone who wants to send that to us. Hate mail, I will read and make fun of you mercilessly.
I'm excited for our first bit of hate mail.
I know. The hate comments we've gotten for Goth Barge are really funny. We get some weird religious stuff that one said that we should have the boat burn and sink, and I was like, there's other people besides us that go on these boats. Probably don't want to do that, but these people are crazy.
There's not a whole lot of thought that goes.
No, there's these. Not. It's just some kind of weird animal reaction that happens. Oh, it looks scary and black. Let's just. Is that our weird Frankenstein noise?
Yeah. That's what's going on in their brain.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot there.
The one that I got the most weird religious messages on.
Yeah.
So I did a Madonna themed. I don't know if I talked about that last time.
I don't think you did.
I did a Madonna themed birthday party.
Oh yeah.
Played all of her music videos. Did the whole thing. And when I advertised
really cute bar called Red Maple.
Red Maple.
So, hi, Red Maple.
Yeah, shout out. Hey, Robin.
Hi, Robin.
Yeah. And it was a lot of fun. But it was literally booked 4 days after the floods.
Oh, yeah.
So
that was tough.
we had half the attendance that we normally do. But the really weird thing was a bunch of very religious folks went on my personal Facebook. Because I keep everything
did I see this?
Public.
Did you?
I keep it all public because,
right.
Come at me, bro.
I'm not
whatever.
Public.
You want to be sassy? Let's be sassy in public. I don't mind.
My stuff's on private. Don't try to try me.
I have a public square. Come at me.
Did you put this in the group chat though? Did you share these?
Yeah, I think I did. The
all
screenshots. Right. I'm pretty sure I took some screenshots, but a lot of it was this isn't the real Madonna. It's stealing from, religion and
that's right. I did see that. Yeah, that
all
was
really
quotes. Strange.
And
here's the thing: is that don't come for Jeffy because he knows his stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the thing. He will come back at you with quotes, even Bible quotes, your favorite one, even.
That's a book I've actually. That's probably
a book you've written.
Yeah, that's a book that I've read 7 times through, as a matter of fact.
And I haven't. So.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a real spooky book,
No, thanks.
that's the book.
Yeah.
No, it's, you know what I'll tell you?
I don't like the paper.
I will tell you it's really good.
I don't like the paper.
It's really good.
I don't like the paper.
But what I will say is,
it's got a
people
weird
were like,
texture to me.
she's stealing the name of
I remember
our
that.
Messiah,
So
of our you know,
Yeah.
of our Savior's mother. She was born Madonna.
Right. Yeah,
That's
like,
actually
just
her
name.
real name.
Like for once,
Just
there's
like,
a celebrity.
It's
with
the equivalent of going on somebody's Facebook and saying, "How dare you call him Jesus?
Oh,
How
yeah.
dare you
Yes,
name him
yeah.
Jesus?"
It was so ridiculous.
Like,
well, plus
okay,
it's
but
Madonna.
his name is
she's
Jesus.
been around for a while. You've had enough time on this planet to know who Madonna is at this point.
But some of these guys are kooks.
Well, they're all,
You know what I mean? They're kind of kooky.
Kind of.
Yeah. Like
get the net. Kind of kooky.
Everyone should be able to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
You should be able to worship in any way that you wish to worship.
Yes,
and I totally respect your individuality to do that.
Yes.
And that's totally fine. But these organized religions definitely
they produce
pull
some
in.
things.
Yeah, they pull in a lot of people that are looking for an avenue to be bigger than themselves and to be weird.
Because life and death is terrifying. And I think that some people just need something to cling to. And some people are more susceptible to the more cultish aspects of any, practice, religion, anything. I just found out there's a cult in, what is it? Shawano or something.
They're all
like
over.
Portage or something. Shawano, something in that area where there's like a cult there. And I was like, oh, did I ever tell you that Heaven's Gate has a chapter in Caledonia?
No.
They do. Like they're still around. So Heaven's Gate is still around. And they have a chapter in Caledonia, Wisconsin. And at one of my old jobs, they actually sent like a recruiting letter in the mail there.
I'm very excited to announce our next podcast. So now we're on 4 podcasts?
Right, the cult podcast.
So we got a cult podcast.
I actually do have a thing with cults. I like cults. We're going to cover a book that does cults, a horror book. It's Nick Cutter's Little Heaven, where we get some cosmic kind of like squiddly diddlies, but with cults, which is kind of cool.
I like squiddly diddlies.
Yeah, not kind of like The Void, but like different.
Sure.
The Void was a great movie. We're just going to keep... This is just us in a like visual format.
We're not even drunk.
No, we're not drunk.
We are from Milwaukee, but we're not drunk.
We don't really drink that much. So yeah,
we're very bad at being
I had a couple cocktails at Nine Inch Nails, and that was kind of it. So, I'll have some drinks on the boat.
And a hand of the other one.
They were really sweet. That was the problem. And I can't do sweet anything. I don't like everything is too sweet for me.
You know what? I'm just kind of done.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of done.
Yeah. I'm going to have a drink on the boat, but I'm not going to have their margaritas because they're too sweet for me. So, but we've got a boat this Sunday.
Alcohol.
Yeah. We've got a boat this Sunday.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Milwaukee boat.
Yeah.
Milwaukee boat's always a good time.
I love the Milwaukee boat. That's not, I don't want to like disparage any of the other boats, but I kind of just love coming back home and doing the home
that's
boat.
because we know most of the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like welcoming them all back home. And
the irony of us talking about religion, when we're out there proselytizing.
We're your religion now.
When we're out there, gathering our cult.
We do. And then we wave at everybody on the banks and people get like really into it. And then we get some weird stares, which is fun. But
when we're in these other cities and we're proselytizing to these other areas.
Join our cult.
Yeah, join our cult.
Join us. Join us.
It's a different feeling because you're trying to explain to them through song and dance, interpretive dance.
We're just doing interpretive dance.
What it is to do a goth barge.
To do a goth barge.
And, some of these folks are like, I don't
know what a goth barge is. Yeah.
I don't understand what's happening.
People don't understand.
But then some people are like, I understand.
I'm all in. Yeah.
I'll tell you the main one that is all in and really gets it, Colleen.
Oh, I love Colleen.
Like she just gets on the boat and she's like, I get it.
I love Colleen.
I know.
I love that couple that comes from Minneapolis to come to our boats.
Oh, yeah.
I love them. So if you're watching, we love you guys.
Hello.
Hi. Hope you're coming back.
So, there's so many amazing people that
we could sit here and make a podcast over just telling you guys how much we like different people that are around us or that we get to visit or that we get to interact with. The cool outfits that we get to see all the time. And just like the way that people throw themselves into the makeup, the hair, the clothes, like the whole atmosphere. And they're just really excited to have a good time and let it all out in such a constructive way.
Yeah. It's a wonderful thing to be able to surround yourself with just loving cheerleaders that are just so excited to see what's coming next. Because we do a lot of really strange stuff sometimes.
We
That's
do.
great.
And
people buy in, and I often thank the universe for people accepting all the crazy stuff we do.
Yeah. And that's what helps drown out the noise of any haters or anything bad out there is the volume of people that are wonderful is always something on my mind compared with the few that might just not.
The loud minority.
Right. Exactly. So stay cool, everyone.
Yeah.
But that's I think that's our show for today.
That's it.
So yeah. So we'll do Hollow Girls next time, which will be after I get back. We'll have to talk about my vacation and see if I see any cool things. So yay.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I'm
all right.
terrified on a plane.
Well, I will see you next time.
Bye.